Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about chapter 12 from the Helicopter Flying Handbook, which is all about night operations. Now, as always, we only talk about things that are different between airplanes and helicopters for these videos. And there's really not that much different between these two aircraft when it comes to night ops. So what is the biggest difference? Well, as we've said before, helicopters typically do not have a lot of instrumentation. They don't have gyros in many cases, and you have to look outside. So when you're flying a helicopter at night, like the Robinson helicopters, you're required to have sufficient celestial or ground illumination. Well, what does that mean? That means if it's a dark, overcast night and you're in the middle of nowhere, you shouldn't be flying that Robinson because you won't be able to see anything. So for a helicopter, it's just a little bit more of an issue flying at nighttime. Of course, you have to fly at night as part of getting your license to fly a helicopter. And you just have to be a little bit more conservative, if you will. Now, when you're looking at nighttime, you want to look kind of off center a little bit, same as airplanes. When you're flying a helicopter, other things to be aware of in a helicopter is that you need to be a little bit more sensitive to things like noise. Don't be flying over people's houses nice and low at nighttime. It's kind of annoying. I can think back a couple years when I was doing some video recording for a course that I was doing for a company. And I was doing it out of my sun porch at night usually. And some nights there would be a big military training helicopter that would come by. And it would fly right over my house at a couple 100 feet and it would shake the whole house. So people tend not to like that so much. Other things don't have your landing light on when you're flying low, and don't try to paint people's cars and houses. Don't be a jerk if you're flying your helicopter at night. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's the same kind of a thing as with an airplane. You want to be careful. Cockpit lighting, you should keep it as low as possible. You should also have a flashlight on hand. Definitely make sure that you're clear of people and obstacles before you start firing up that engine and turning those rotors. That can be a bit of an issue. All right. And that is pretty much flying at night in a helicopter. So I know this was pretty short because, again, it's not that different from flying an airplane at night. So I'll see you guys around. We got one more chapter to cover in the Helicopter Flying Handbook. And as always, if you have questions, feel free to ask during class. So we'll see you then.